Wild wants a response. They will wait and see if they're able to get one. But it is Welling with their player manager, Jamie Day, who get us off and underway.
And then he just kind of cut inside and just opened those legs up. Good link-up play with Storer there, but just couldn't quite get the ball through to Reed. But those two up front, Reed and Johnson's movement, I think is critical tonight. Gives Gash that little bit of range to come short and really give him a free roll.
Here's Marsh. It's a direct run from him. He's trying to find Fazakerley. He's covered in the end by Daniel.
That's good refereeing there early in the game, just giving him a warning.
Nicholson into the feet of Reed. Back to Kevin Nicholson again, who has got a fantastic left foot. He's found Gash, and then Byrne with the strike. Always drifting from Jack Byrne. The midfield three for Kidderminster. Reed. By Williams for Welling. And away by Storer. Beautyman, the player that Welling want on the ball at all costs, and then Healy's ball, the offside flag was up. Lewis in the Kidderminster goal had read it well
off the field. It shows the passionate fans are wanting to put their point across, coming all the way up here to make a point.
Kevin Nicholson, who spent 7 years at Torquay United, 300 appearances there. He's looking for Reed. Such a dangerous delivery with his left foot. That was the right one of Yared Hodgkiss. And Kidderminster are in front. A crossfield from one full-back and dispatched by the other with his first goal for the club to break the deadlock.
This just all comes from the determination to get on the second ball. Healy just switches off when the ball's cleared out.
First, with a little help from Jamal Fifield for Kidderminster, for the 27-year-old.
So you couldn't have struck the ball any sweeter.
And that's a foul on Gash and a free kick to Kidderminster.
You can hit this right, Storer, could cause problems.
It's touched to him by Nicholson. Storer goes for goal. Running have only 17 goals in their 14 games so far. They've drawn their last two at Chester and at home to Dartford. Remember, Steve Bowen need reminding that it was deep into stoppage time when they got the equaliser at Chester. That's a lovely touch from Beautyman. That's an important interception from Dunklin.
Away team, you come away, you want to get a foothold in the game and then give away a bit of a, for me, an easy goal. Could have defended it a lot better.
Is this a different night for you with Jamie being out there, or do you gear it so that you're always taking a commanding role in case he does want to play?
No, we're pretty used to it by now. We've done it for 5 years, and to be honest, most of the time he's played. I think this is the first season, and maybe a little bit of last season he didn't play as much. So yeah, we're pretty used to it. But again, he still shouts and hollers at us now and again from when he's out there. So yeah, but we're used to it.
Yeah, well, you know, he is Mr. Welling United, isn't he? Thanks, mate.
No problem.
Jamie Day celebrates 5 years in charge next month. Got them back into non-league's top flight. Here's Fagan. Player released by Arsenal at the end of last season. Beautyman. And Healy. And that was deflected. And that could have easily been deflected for the equaliser from Joe Healy's effort. It's a Welling corner.
There's much better play there. So it comes out to Healy. It's a decent block there. On another night that can just go in.
All bar one back to defend this for Kidderminster. Driven in at pace. Oh, and it was Fifield coming in at the back post, who might feel he could have done a little better there.
I think Gash just had hold of him.
This is Barney Williams, the 19-year-old. He's found Beautyman on the turn. Now Daniel Lewis, the Kidderminster goalkeeper, was rooted to the spot there. On from Fifield. Beautyman was the target, headed away by Grimes. Marsh. Jamie Day bringing a little bit of calmness to the situation. Jeff at the left back. Lewis is able to present the corner. Now Gash for Kidderminster.
I think both Welling's fullbacks are getting forward well, and the Kidderminster fullbacks, so I think they just need to squeeze up 5 yards and stop the crosses coming in. Just been allowed a little bit too much time.
Healing. Welling beginning to have a sustained period of pressure. Beautyman getting in that penalty area again, cleared by Grimes, only as far as Day, and that clipped off the crossbar from the player manager.
Well, again, it's Beautyman just getting into these areas at the edge of the box, holds it up brilliantly. They get a little bit of luck. The management staff were just worried about his fitness. He's got a proven record in this league of scoring goals.
Dunkley's clearance. Fagan to Williams. It was Marvin Johnson with the block. Drilled in by Beautyman. What a good header! Zach Fagan is the one denied. Second Welling goal.
Well, if Welling scored, danger signs have been coming. It's a brilliant header there, and all he does is just jumps early, just uses the leverage of Grimes to get above him.
Well, they left Grimsby in the summer. Played in one of their playoff semi-final defeats to Gateshead. Cleared by Hodgkiss. And Storer trying to find Johnson. Suddenly 4 forward here for Kidderminster. He's gone alone, and it's into the side netting. Here's Day. Fagan, neatly done. Fazakerly's cross is a disappointing one, cleared comfortably by Jamie Grimes. Now Bush. Committed challenge from Nicholson, which the referee's assistant on this near side, Jonathan Burridge, didn't like. Nicholson pleads the fact that he got the ball when it's a free kick to Welling.
So Beautyman's getting in great positions now. Marsh is holding the ball up, bringing other players into play. And I've given Kidderminster a few warning signs recently.
He's a little frustrated there, the Welling player manager, along with his teammates. Just needs a touch, too close! Oh, and Welling a little unfortunate. As Henley punched clear, it rebounded straight back into the back of the net. And suddenly the visitors find themselves 2 down.
You know the quality of Nicholson's left foot, but I don't know what Henley's doing here. Punching with no one around him. And it just comes off Highfield there and just goes into there. There's nothing he can do. But as a goalkeeper, you need to be catching that. You can't be punching it with no one else around you. When you're just getting back into the game, you need players not to make silly mistakes like this. It's a decent ball in, I wouldn't think there's nothing to it. But it's poor goalkeeping there, and there's not a lot Fifield could have done about that. And when you think they're getting back into the game, it's just a killer blow.
Well, Jamal Fifield knew nothing about it. It's his own goal. It's his goalkeeper's error. And it is 2-0 to Kidderminster. And it could get worse. No, the flag is up against Gash. Welling, concentration time, 3.5 minutes to half-time.
If I was Nicholson now, I'd be getting 2 players on Henley and putting the ball under the bar. He's just flapped at the goal. And that's what you need to do, is put the keeper under pressure again, see what he can do.
That will be in his mind as the left foot of Nicholson again prepares to take the set play. When no one got a touch to it, it was Fifield again at the back post. It's come out to Dunkley. Oh, and he's away from Fifield. Cleared by Williams. Marsh. Williams. He's come through the Youth set up at Welling into the first team. Here's Marsh on loan from Oxford. Direct run from him. Williams once more. His manager Jamie Day available. Marsh onto his left. Taken comfortably in the end by Daniel Lewis. It's given away by Buteman. Now Reid, the goalkeeper's come a long way, has to get there. And he didn't. And what's the referee going to do here? It's yellow for Jonathan Henley.
I don't think he actually touches him, Henley. I think Reid sees him come rushing out. Just wonder how much contact he actually gets. It's poor again from Welling. They leave themselves so vulnerable at the back. I don't know if he actually gets touched there. Well, what's he doing coming out so far?
A real rush of blood there, the 20-year-old. He's the first recipient of a yellow card in this first half.
I think they just need the half-time whistle to come now. Welling. I think the goal certainly affects him there because he's had a rush of blood to his head, come flying out, gets himself a yellow card on enough day could be red.
Well, in his last 13 matches, this referee, Craig Hicks, has not given a single red card. The last man that Craig Hicks sent off was Edgar Davids, playing for Barnet against Dartford. Storer's free kick, looking for a touch. And that is the last touch of the first half, at the end of which Kidderminster lead by 2-0. Might heighten the importance of victory. As they get us underway in the second half, they go to Barnet on Saturday, the leaders. Then they go to Halifax, then they entertain Torquay. All three of those teams are in the current top 5.
We know the importance of getting 3 points, knowing that the next 5 games they've got, I really think could make or break their season.
A trip to Bristol Rovers in there as well, and an away game at Grimsby.
Say on paper, tough games to see where you can get 3 points against, but they'll be going there knowing that on their day they can get a good result against people, but say Barnet away and Halifax away, and now show the character in their squad if they can get something from that.
Zachary has gone down after that challenge with Verma on the touchline. That's another setback for Jamie Day and his team.
And when you've got a small squad and you're missing key players, the last thing you need is injuries. I think Zachary's injury looks quite serious, but we do wish him all the best and hope that it's not too serious for Welling. Just worry about his defensive duties sometimes. For Zachary, that's what he got you. He managed to track back and help his full-back out.
Fagan. Here's his first touch. Bassell. That was a decent cross from Williams, and it needed dealing with by Hunt. Now, they did cause problems, some set plays in the first half, Welling. Can they cause one from this one? In at pace, well defended by Storer. Lewis just about got hold of that. Williams with the throw for Welling. Bassell's touch. Well defended by Nicholson. Then forward by Bush. Way through for Marsh. It's a Welling throw. Let's grab a word with Welling's assistant, Barry Ashby, again with Clem.
Barry, what was the feeling in your dressing room at half-time?
Obviously disappointment. Just disappointed in ourselves really, with 2 real bad errors that we know in this division you can't do. If you do that in this division, you'll get punished.
But shown enough to our audience at home watching that you've got a bit about you. You can play a bit.
Yeah, no, we've definitely got a little bit about us, but unfortunately, you've got to defend as well. You know, we didn't do that well enough, and a couple of errors of, you know, we have been punished. But there's still enough left in this game for us that we know if we get one back early, then again we can, definitely go on and get some out of the game.
Did you have a little individual word with John Henley about particularly that second goal?
No, we don't need to do that. John knows he's made a bit of an error there, so you know, he's a good enough keeper to know that he's made the error and just let him get on with it.
Appreciate you sharing
no problem,
Here
no
come
problem.
Welling now with Jefford in a promising situation. His touch forced him wide, but there is the goal back through Buteman. game on. Harry's 8th goal in 15 games this season to get Welling right back in it.
Well, look at the run of Jefford. And it's Johnson, he needs to stay with him. And if Dunkley goes across as well, has to make the challenge. It's a calamity defensive errors there from Kidderminster. But look who's in the edge of the 6-yard box, making those late runs and bursts into the edge of the box there. Beautyman, and he gets his team right back into it.
4th goal in his last 5 games. Henley gathers at the other end. Well, we just heard the Welling assistant Barry Ashby saying they believe if they get an early goal in the second half, they're right back in it, and that's exactly what's happened.
Well, it was just a determination of Jefford, the left back. He just sees, and Johnson just switches off, and that's what sometimes happens. An attacking player switches off in the defensive areas, but then again, Dunkley has to make the challenge. And I'd say then again, Grimes comes out of position and leaves the open bit there for
Here's Beautyman again. Dunkley trying to stick closely to him. Marcel the substitute at pace, beaten away by Lewis, and then Beautyman blocked by Dunkley. Welling tails her up.
So they need to get their shape now, Kidderminster. Losing their concentration, giving Welling way too much time.
It's off the head of Dunkley. This is Healy. Jefford who set up the goal in support. Beautyman. And in the foul by Bush. Central defender had stayed forward.
So he just lost his foot in there. Bush to be careful. Welling tails her up after that goal.
Dash with the flick. In came Johnson, trying to profit.
It's an important 10 minutes now for Kidderminster. So Danny Higginbotham said at half-time, they need to pass the ball, use the surface, use the zip. I know it's just cutting up a little bit now, but they're in complete control on the ball, and they need to make it count in the final third like they've done so far.
His day. Marcel. Nicely done by Fagan. Healy has time to cross. Oh, that was towards Beautyman, who was waiting right behind Grimes had he not made that. Williams with the Welling throw. Nice turn from the substitute Marcel. Can he get the cross in as well? He's got his team of corner. Nicholson managed to get the challenge in. Beautyman, the Welling goal scorer, to deliver the corner. It's an inviting one just over the head of Bush. Bournemouth. He had 3 seasons as just a Welling player when they were in the Conference South as well. Offside flag is up there. Quickly taken by Day. Player manager pushing and probing and keeping possession again. Healy. Cut out by Hodgkiss, went back by Healy. Marsh is onside here. Managed to get it across, cleared by Grimes.
So there's only one team really looking to get this second goal, and that's Welling. His team to get in position, using his experience.
Blissett. Fouled. Kidderminster free kick. From which Kidderminster got their second goal. In there again, and the header from Reid is straight at Henley. Johnson. Marsh once more. Blocked by Nicholson, another Welling corner. Harry Beautyman to deliver this. It's in towards Bush, who got a touch to it. And the second swing again. And then in from Day, and that could have gone anywhere. Just wide of the post in the end. To their cost already tonight. It's over Grimes, free header! How did that not go in? For Nathan Blissett, he can't believe it, and the Kidderminster supporters can't either.
Well, when you look back at chances in games, this is one. We're talking about the delivery of Nicholson. He has to be scoring there.
15 games into a 46-game marathon, season marathon from the conference. referee's assistant is unmoved.
Well, the linesman's already looking down the pitch before he's even cleared it. That is a free kick. He's late. I just think now Welling just need, say about 7 minutes, 8 minutes to go. They're just leaving Marsh up front on his own. They may just need to be a little bit braver. Keep Bassell up front as well. Beautyman just play 3 high.
Commitment from Blessed.
Around the stadium where the crowd are a bit quiet. Welling are keeping the ball really well.
And here comes Blessed. It's a good challenge, back to Martin.
I was watching it because Welling are dominating possession without really creating too much in the final third.
Well, you know, and have only won 2 of the last 15 away, and you can kind of see they've got the parts, but they haven't quite got the full cake yet.
No, Welling are a good team. You know, Jamie Day is that central midfield player, Perlo-like, if you want to call it a description of a player he's like, and he's been fantastic tonight.
Appreciate you joining us tonight. Good luck for the rest of the season. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Clem. Thank you.
Well, it's in 3 games' time where Welling and Jamie Day entertained Barnet. Maybe Martin's after a glass of the special stuff afterwards. The conference is Andrea Perlo, Jamie Day.
I did think about putting that burden on him. Just sometimes you give someone a big up. He's been fantastic tonight, honestly. He's controlled the game so well. And him just taking that extra touch just allows these players to get into position and make decent runs. But again, they've just not really done much in the final third since they've got their goal, got back into the game.
Last minute of the 90. Beautyman's corner for Welling. Up go the heads. Oh, it fell at the substitute. Bassell. It came quickly at him and he couldn't get the contact he wanted.
I think he has more time. I think he just loses the sight of it.
A little over 1 more minute of stoppage time to go. Back from Nicholson. Touch from Marsh. Here's Beautyman. Wants to take charge. Try and bring Jefford into play. This could be the last chance saloon here for Welling. Into that penalty area. Beautyman still trying to get there, and he was stretching in the end.
Well, they've got Bush up down the middle now. It just falls to that man, Beautyman. It's a decent ball in here. Just couldn't quite get on that second one there. Nixon loses it. Really needs to be striking that one across goal.
It's his goal, 8 minutes into the second half. Gave Welling so much hope. It's a return to winning ways for Kidderminster. It's a huge sigh of relief for Gary Wild and his team. Jamie Day's Welling, after 5 matches unbeaten, suffered defeat for the 6th time this season. Hodgkiss with his first goal for the club in the first half, and an own goal by Jamal Fifield gave them the half-time lead. An 8th goal of the season from Harry Beautyman raised Welling hopes.